Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video. I had hoped to try to get this out before I went to Colorado on my elk hunt, but that didn't, timing wise, didn't work out. The video I took ended up not recording properly. So anyway, take like 47 here on trying to get this taken care of and get this out to you guys. I wanted to do a quick product review on a couple of new things I've done to my bow over the last few months. The new product that I'm trying out on my bow this hunting season is called the Total Peep. And it's a European-based company that I heard about through Facebook. A friend of mine on Facebook, he is actually from Australia, and he shoots a lot of 3D archery, does a lot of bow hunting, and he just talked a lot about how it made a clear sight image for him, and everything worked really well. And you know, after a while you hear the same thing from a couple of different people and you try to start putting it together of, man, maybe there's something to this. So I decided that when I went ahead and put a new string on my bow that I would go ahead and try out this new Total Peep. Now I'm sure if you're looking at this on the screen, you're saying, man, that thing is really big. And yes, it's massive. Okay, I'm not gonna beat around the bush on that. Not gonna talk any other way. This actual sizing of the outside housing of this is actually quite large, and I believe they're all the same size on the exterior, no matter what size aperture you actually go with for the actual view. That is, let's see if I can get it to line up here so you can see through there. That is 3/16, and that's a really big 3/16 to me. I went from a quarter because I had some lighting issues last year that caused me to make some bad shots right at last light. I was having a hard time finding my sight pins, so my goal this year was to make it to where no matter what, I needed to have light to where I could see my pins, I could see my target, and even if it looks funny or even if it's slower or no matter what, that was the primary goal this year. So that being said, the size of it probably costs me 3 or 4 feet per second. I'm not a speed freak. I shoot a 490 grain arrow this year. Last year I shot a 435 grain arrow. I am not scared to throw a telephone pole when maybe a spear might suffice or whatever. I'm definitely I subscribe to the thinking that most of my shots, especially for deer, are 40 yards or under most of the time. In fact, honestly, I can tell you I've only killed 2 deer outside of 30 yards. Everything else has been 22 and under. And so in my personal areas that I hunt, speed's not a factor. I want to be able to blow through a shoulder blade. I want to be able to blow through lungs. I want to be able to have a good cut-on contact broadhead and a heavier arrow make up for maybe something that I did along the way. So there's a freebie. That's not what this video is about. But anyway, Total Peep. They have the design of this peep. Let me see if I can hold this up here so you can actually see this. Let me try to get it against my wall here. Everything's in reverse. All right, so the way the thing's designed, I'll turn the string so it's you can see it straight on, is that they have designed this thing to be able to withstand 20 degrees of string rotation or kind of just something being torqued out of whack before your view gets distorted. So as you see me, see if I can get it back into focus. As you see me twist this, you'll see I get to about right there before you start losing some of your sight window. So, and one of the things that I had before, I had the G5 Meta Peep, I believe is what it is, and that was a 1/4 inch. And if I had any bit of flex in that string at all, or any bit of twist when I pulled back a little bit, just kind of, if it didn't sit exactly the right way, and the stars and the moon and everything aligned, I lost some of that 1/4 inch, or I ended up with a little bit of a shadow or some sort of glare or anything like that. I did not get any of that with this peep. This is literally like a crystal clear picture 100% of the time. And now, like I said, now that is a big 3/16 in my mind. As far as that peep right there is almost as big as the 1/4 inch I came from. So they say right on the website, you know, size down. So if you shoot a 1/4 inch, typically they want you to go to order a 3/16. My problem and my mistake on the deal was is I wanted I wanted to make it a little bit smaller anyways because of my new sight. The sight housing on it is a little bit smaller than the 2-inch housing I was using previously. So I should have gone to the 1/8 inch. But again, with me trying to everything's focused on getting light this year and making sure that I could see really well, I was scared to do an 1/8 inch peep and ended up going too far the other way and then ended up to where I was having shadows again or I was kind of cutting my own light. So in this situation, I erred on the side of caution. I don't regret buying the 3/16. Hindsight's 2020. I probably could have gotten away with ordering the 1/8 and it wouldn't have hurt a thing. So I will tell you, a friend of mine saw it the other day. He says, "Oh my God, that thing's huge. How do you group with that thing?" But just remember that outside diameter, the outside exterior of that is not the actual size of that peep. So it really, I group fine with it. I shoot at least as well as I did with my 1/4 inch G5 peep. The only thing that I will say is different is that I have zero glare. I have zero issues with shadowing. Where I practice here in the backyard is my target face is exactly west. So when I get home from work and I go out there and I go to shoot, half the time I'm shooting, I've got the sun right at the horizon, right above the trees above me. And as I'm trying to see through the peep, I've got a glare coming over top of my sight housing and into my peep. And since I've switched peeps, I don't have that problem. I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't have any bit of issue seeing my pins. And so I have to say that their claims of mitigating glare, mitigating shadowing, mitigating string rotation of any type, I have not seen anything to prove them wrong. They seem to be doing a very good job of backing up what they claim. They do what they say that they're supposed to do. And I just wanted to kind of do a quick video of telling you about that. Now, in my next video, I'll tell you, string rotation really is not a thing I worry about. I don't stress over that. I don't have an issue with that, mainly because I've got an amazing string builder. And so, so I'm gonna do a video talking about the second to none archery strings. They do a great job for me. This is probably, I don't know, at least the 6th set. He's getting ready to make another one for my double XL here in another week or so. So, he likes me. I give him a lot of business. Hopefully, if you're in the market for a string, you'll go on Facebook or Instagram and check them out. It's second to none archery. Also, another thing that I want to point out is that, I am no different than you. So if you're watching this review, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't get a kickback in any way, shape, or form. I don't, I buy equipment full price. I try to find the best deal I can, just like everybody else. And then the reason for this channel and the reason for me doing these videos is I want to give you the opportunity to benefit from my risk, I guess, of me taking a chance and buying this peep or buying anything for that matter, and telling you, yeah, that was a great purchase and you should spend your money on that, or maybe not, maybe, look elsewhere. So that's the main reason for these videos. That's the main reason for my channel. I did find the peep that you can buy it directly through Total Peep. The problem with that I found is that when I never do things with too much forward thinking, unfortunately, but for me to get it from Total Peep direct, it was going to take at least a week. Because it's a European-based company, they were shipping it from overseas. It was going to have to come all the way over here, and shipping was kind of high. I think if I'd have bought it straight from Total Peep, it was going to be like $28, which is a little high for a peep. I'm not going to lie. I went to Lancaster. Lancaster stocks them. Lancaster sold them to me. It was $20 from Lancaster. Unfortunately, I had to pay $5 shipping and handling for a little tiny thing that they could have thrown in an envelope with a stamp and sent it to me. But hey, that's business. I had to pay for the shipping so they could send me this ginormous catalog of stuff that I didn't know I needed. So, but anyway, so it cost me about $25. In this case, I would say that's a lot of money for a Peep. I also spent a lot of money on the Hamskea Peep system for my target bow, but that's a totally different animal. This one doesn't have a lens. This doesn't have a clarifier, nothing like that. It's just that. I would still say, for me and my decision and my goals for this year, it was worth it. If I ever order another one, I will go down to an 1/8 inch. And if you are able to check one out before you buy it, definitely do that. I would look through try to figure out the size that you want to do. Obviously, their supply here in the U.S. is going to make that a little bit difficult, I think, for you to kind of get your hands on one, unless maybe you could go to Lancaster and they can actually have one. So that's my, obviously we're at almost 11 minutes here. Sorry. This was supposed to be quick, but anyway, I appreciate you guys watching it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, leave it down below in the comments. I will answer you. And check me out on Instagram. I'm BudgetBowhunter88 on Instagram. Try to post pretty often there. A lot of my pictures from our Colorado elk hunt made it there. And I'm sure I'll be putting up a video at some point. Sadly, I still have not gotten up 2017's archery hunting videos either. So life has been crazy. Hopefully, I will get a chance to put some of that up, and you guys can enjoy that with me. It's been a blast. It's very rare I have a bad day hunting. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy my videos. And again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.